Hey, Crafty Karl here on a Sunday afternoon, a rainy Sunday afternoon, so it's the perfect day for building models, and this rain will help us out with the forest fires and the smoke, hopefully. Let's see what we got going on the update here. So work continues on the K100 day cap conversion. As I mentioned in the first video to this new series, I was going to bring the viewers along through the progress of the build up on this kit. And right now I'm working on getting all the frame parts prepared, which is with these old kits. These molds been around for a long time. There's a lot of cleanup based on your level of fussiness or OCD or whatever you want to call it, level of detail that you want to bring out in this kit. And the level of detail that I want to bring out in all my kits is cleaning up casting flash and parting line seams and all that kind of stuff. So without going through the process of me using an assortment of nail files, actual hobby files, of course my trusty X-Acto knife, which is on every bench, I'm sure, every model bench, some more files and stuff there. That's kind of how I roll with my supplies for now. I did an update on our new house here just after we purchased it, and yeah, I just kind of showed everybody like the new model room and stuff and where all the models used to be. The shelves are a bit empty now because some stuff's down at the museum for sure. There's my challenge mixer. I wanted to keep the FLC Freightliner at home, and then my little day cab Pete 352 little deck truck. So I got some stuff, and then my cars are up over there and whatnot. But yeah, so for right now, I keep all my tools and supplies in that tray, and then I just use this really nice L-shaped desk. And the hobby room eventually will have all the tools and supplies kind of laid out. It'll just, get all nicely done and whatnot. But this is more than good enough for now. I'm very happy and feel very fortunate every time I sit down here and start working on these models. So anyways, like I was saying, most of the frame pieces are there. It takes me a long time to clean everything up. So this is how it starts. Some stuff came off the trees already. Some stuff's going to need to be test fit and whatnot. And then all I've done so far, I'll just grab these real quick here, and I'll move it around. I'm going to put the camera down soonly. So there was the, we talked about in the frame, on the frame, there was the brackets and the kind of supports and whatnot, or the guides for the exhaust mounts, and the cab support that goes on the back of the cab there. So that's all been cleaned off now. As I mentioned, we got to do some modifications to the frame a little bit. I'm not going to shorten it or do anything like that to it. I'm just going to make it work for the day cab. And yeah, you'll see there's some remnants of the filing and whatnot. It is a pretty messy process, and I do vacuum it a lot to keep everything nice and clean. So we were hoping for, I was hoping for better weather today. These are the wheels for the tractor, and I'm just getting them ready for paint. Yes, I do paint outside at this particular point in time. I use spray paint actually a lot of the time, and I just recently purchased an airbrush. So I'm going to start getting into that and eventually have a permanent paint booth set up in the house so I can paint all year round, and it doesn't matter whether it's what the weather is like outside. So these are all things that are eventually just going to come together. But for right now, like I said, this is kind of the way it's rolling on this one here. So I was talking about the wheels that I'm going to use on this project here, and these are a pretty nice 2-hole bud. Let's just take the one with the lug nuts here. So the outer wheel, like I said, these are older. I think they're actually from a company called Plaskit, and that's on Sauerkraut's truck models. You can find them online. I bought these, like I said, a really long time ago. They are cast. They're not 3D printed by any means, and they needed quite a bit of cleanup, which I'm not complaining. It's fine. It's just the finished product looks pretty decent to me. I did struggle with the hubs that came with this kit, though. What I do really like is the trailer hub that was offered here. So I got 4 trailer hubs and 4 drive hubs, and that trailer hub is, in my opinion, it's pretty accurate. I like it. So it goes, we'll put her on the inside wheel and through, and into the outer wheel. There we go. So that looks pretty decent. The hub's very nice. I need another set of 4 complete wheels, 4 complete duals to do the converter and the single axle pup to make up the Rocky. But what I did struggle with is on the drive wheels. I wasn't too pleased with the hubs for the drives. So let's take a look at this here. Just let's talk about this stuff here for a minute. My brother actually made this. He's got 2 different 3D printers. He's got filament and he has resin. And we have been collaborating, and he has been printing wheels, hubs, got some battery boxes, or pardon me, toolboxes with a step incorporated into them, and Donaldson air cleaners, Vortex air cleaners. Now I'm not going to pull the air cleaners or anything out right now. Let's just talk about this hub. I was going to use this hub. I got a bunch of them here. I got like 5 of them, and I was just going to go off the brake drum. That's an AMT brake drum, and just chop this part of the hub off and cement it onto there, and then run those into the driver wheels. But it seems, like I said, we're just trying this stuff out, experimenting. I don't know why that won't focus. There we go, thanks. We're just experimenting and getting scales down and getting designs down and whatnot. But we're getting there, and this is coming. And we're going to have a really accurate hub to go with some of the wheels that we've done. And I'm just going to get some of those wheels. All right, let's look at it. So this is the best so far that my brother has produced, and it's only going to get better and better. This 5-hole bud, which would count as a drive, the way the hub is in there, it's got somewhat of a cap on it. The lug detail is really nice. The wheel, the shape and everything is really good. What's missing is a ring here, like a lip where the bead of the tire would go, and one on the inside as well. So that upgrade is coming. Plus, also, you can't really see in the camera here, but this is not as glass smooth as we're aiming for. So this is printed with the filament. The resin printed wheels, they will have just a glass finish to them. So we're going to start with the 2-hole buds, the 5-hole buds. We're going to incorporate it where the lugs and the hub come in behind and have the lug holes drilled out. or well, not drilled out, just it'll be printed that way, and the hub and the lug nuts will come in from behind, and that way you can paint the lugs separately and whatnot. It's going to be quite good. There's a few designs out there right now that are doing that. We found some really simple stuff off the web. Well, I should say my brother has been doing a lot of the research and whatnot. I've just been kind of okay in scales and designs and stuff, and what's going to be appealing or whatnot. I'll just put that down. But anyways, that's like I said, this is really good stuff we got coming. The next update, I'm going to show some air cleaners and whatnot, and you know, this stuff's going to be available for people to buy if they're interested. So let's just leave it at that for now. As far as the rest of the update goes, the biggest thing that I'm going to work on right now, for the next update on this kit, on this build, is okay. So you'll see, I'm just going to go get the frame out here before anything's on it, just for reference. Okay, so here's the instructions. There's the frame assembly. What assembly is that? Basic chassis number 3. But in there you can see this. I'll use how about this as a pointer? Okay, so that L shape bracket there, and these two little supports right here. Those were that's where that cab mount goes across the top. This stuff was all eliminated off my frame rails, so I'll just put that down for now. Here's a frame rail. That's where that stuff would have been, and you can see it's completely cleaned off there, and I sanded everything smooth and whatnot. And I'm gonna have to modify how I get the exhaust and everything to work now, which I've already planned it out. We'll talk about that, you know, on the next update and whatnot. All this is really now is just getting all these both frame rails cleaned up. The brackets have been this is the driver's side. The brackets have been cleaned off on this frame rail as well, and so that's coming along good. The rest of the parts will get their they'll get their cleaning and stuff like that. They'll get prepped for paint. They'll test fit a bunch of stuff, and then the frame and everything is going to be orange as well, same color as the cab and the wheels, of course. And once the weather gets a little bit better here, I'm going to get another coat of orange on these wheels. I ran into an issue that I'm not going to get into right now. It's just a matter of some chemicals didn't mix with others, and that's how it goes with paint. So this is no problem to get everything fixed up here, and after the painting and everything is done there, the wheels will be put together. That should be on the next update as well. So okay, everybody, thanks for watching, and as always, keep on building those models.